Sudan's army chief, Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, has directed his troops and allies to launch a full-scale offensive against the paramilitary rapid support forces. The sides have been fighting since April in a conflict which has killed more than 13,000 people and displaced over 9 million. And that's according to estimates released last week by the UN Office for the Coordination of Humanitarian Affairs. Since April, the RSF has taken control of many parts of Sudan, including the Darfur states and Al Jazeera state. Al-Burhan made the announcement during a visit to Kassala state, saying defiantly that the army would no longer be on the defensive, and he was intent on expelling the RSF from all areas under their control. Analysts say Burhan's move is a departure from the army's previous mostly defensive posture. Let's get more on this. Naba Moudine now joins us live from Port Sudan in Sudan. Naba, welcome to the program. A tough directive there from the Sudanese Army commander. When do we expect this army's offensive against the rapid support forces to start, and what does it mean, Naba?
Actually, Richard, this means a lot for the army and for the army allies, because recently the military was just defending, not making attacks on the rapid support forces. But with the recent strategy announced by the military chief, General Abdel Fattah al-Burhan, we are expecting more attacks on the rapid support forces, centers mainly in Madani that was recently took over by the rapid support forces. And we know that Madani is not far from Gadarif and Kassala, so we are expecting very huge troops from the military and from their allies, civilians, to go to Madani and attack rapid support forces there. We are also expecting more advances from the military after right now they are hugely controlling the Omdurman city, which is one of the main cities in Khartoum. So we are expecting more attacks, trying to fully control Omdurman and moving towards Khartoum and Bahri in the capital. So this strategy means that the military and their allies will not expect an attack and will not just defend attacks by the RSF, but will actually make that attacks and stop their advances towards the north and eastern Sudan.
Naba, has there been any reaction from the RSF since that announcement from the Army Commander al-Burhan?
Actually, there is no official reaction after the speech of al-Burhan, but RSF recently said they will attack more cities, and they are particularly talking about River Nile state, which is not far from Khartoum, and it's considered one of the main points and centers for army allies and for the public civilians who are right now carrying weapons and fighting with the army. So the RSF are expecting to issue a press release responding to al-Burhan speech, but also they are expected, it's expected that they will attack more cities as a reaction. But of course, with the public statement and with the speech of al-Burhan, we will expect confrontation, not only from the RSF towards the military, but also civilians will make that attack and will defend River Nile state, and of course any state that RSF are trying to control.
And perhaps, Naba, if you can expand on that, al-Burhan's call comes amidst a mobilization of Sudanese army forces and armed movements from Darfur, as you mentioned. Now, how is that mobilization going so far? Can you touch on that?
Actually, Richard, yes, there is mobilization from the Darfur region, but due to the army and experts are saying that it's a tactical and strategical withdrawal from some parts of Darfur, but it's a back and forth battle right now, and the RSF paramilitary troops are making propaganda about that. It's not. It doesn't mean that the army is totally withdrawing from Darfur, but it's a tactical one, especially in northern Darfur, Al-Fashir, because it is still controlled, hugely controlled by the army, and there is back and forth battles there. There is also some parts in Darfur region and in Kordofan region, very close to Darfur, the military is controlling, especially in Baba Nusa. So it's a back and forth, and it's a tactical withdrawal, and this is maybe means that the troops will boost their appearance in Khartoum and will make more attacks from Darfur, tactically withdrawing from Darfur to Khartoum to boost the military appearance there in Durman. It's the closest city to Darfur. There is one road linking the two states together. So we are expecting more military to come to Durman and boost their appearance there and attack more cities in Khartoum, trying to control RSF places and RSF military bases. So it's a tactical and strategical withdrawal from the military.
All right, Nabil Wadeen in Port Sudan, thanks for that.